Hello, my friends. I welcome all of you back to my Southern Kitchen and the 8th episode of Ellen's Thanksgiving Series 2023. My friends, have I got a treat for y'all. Today, I'm going to share with all of y'all an amazing cake recipe that it would be perfect for Thanksgiving dinner and it screams fall. We're going to make Southern Butter Pecan Cake. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. The bomb.com delicious. And we're going to frost it with a brown sugar cream cheese frosting. How yummy does that sound? It was sure to make your mouth water. And when I say this cake is moist, it is super moist. It just melts in your mouth. And if y'all fan of butter pecan, y'all gonna love this cake. And I'll post a complete recipe along with the instructions down below in the description box. And for more cake recipes, check out my cake recipes playlist. And for more recipes for Thanksgiving, check out my Thanksgiving recipes playlist and my previous video, sweet potato dinner rolls. I'll post a link to those down below in the description box. So grab your flour, your butter, and your pecans, sugar, because we're about to bake some butter pecan cake magic in my Southern kitchen. Here we go. Alright, my friends, the first step we're going to do is prep our pecans. Over here in my bowl, I have 1.5 cups of pecan chips. And then to our pecan chips, we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I melted and cooled. This is going to be the base for the cake. And give it a quick stir until it's well blended. Alrighty, now we're ready to pour it into our pan. We're going to pour it in a 9 by 13 inch cookie sheet that I lined with aluminum foil. Spread them evenly. Now we're ready to put them in the oven. Oven's preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to let them bake for 6 minutes. Alrighty, my friends, I have taken my pecans out of the oven. They're nice and toasted. Smells good. Can smell the cinnamon. So now I'm going to reserve 1/2 cup of the toasted pecan chips. And we're going to crush them up. We're going to pour our toasted pecans into the blender. Or you can use a food processor. Close the top. And let it rip. Alrighty, I'm through crushing up my pecans. See how nice and crumbly that is? That's what you want. Alrighty, we're going to set this aside. Now we're ready to make our cake. Let's get started with the dry ingredients first. In my bowl and sifter, I have 2 1/4 cups of cake flour. And into our cake flour, we're going to add in our leavenings. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And sift these together. Or you can whisk them. Alrighty, now let's get started on the wet ingredients. In my stand mixer with the paddle attachment, or you can use a large bowl with a hand mixer, I have 1 cup, which is 2 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature. And into our butter, we're going to add in 1.5 cups of white sugar and 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar. And we're going to cream these on medium speed until they're fluffy. Alrighty, my friends, now it's time to add in our eggs, and they're extra large. I have 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk at room temperature. We're going to add them in one at a time. Beating after each egg. Last egg. Mix those in until it's well combined. Alrighty, next we're going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of pure maple extract. Going to give our cake a nice flavor. So please don't skip out on the maple extract. It's going to take our cake to the next level. And 1/2 cup of sour cream at room temperature. It's going to make our cake nice and moist. Alrighty, my friends, now it's time for the final step. Going to add in our flour mixture alternately with 1 cup of my favorite milk. Yep, evaporated milk. Going to begin and end with flour. And always begin and end with flour. It will make our cake batter super creamy. Alright, last of the flour. Mix everything until they're well blended. Alrighty, my friends, I'm through mixing up my cake batter. See how nice and smooth and luscious that is? Excellent. Can smell the maple extract and the vanilla extract. And brown sugar too. Oh, yes. So now there's a couple more things we got to add to it. 1/2 cup of our toasted pecans. And our crushed pecans. And fold them in. This cake is going to be bursting with butter pecan flavor. Alrighty, my friends, I'm through folding in my pecans. Now we're ready to pour them into our cake pans. We're going to pour them into 2 9-inch round cake pans, and I spray them with baking spray. You can use the pan baking or Baker's Joy. So we're going to use my 1 cup measurement. And to get an even cake layer, I like to use it and scoop it into the pan. And 1 cup for this pan. And just repeat the process. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and finish scooping out my cake batter, and I'll bring you back. Alrighty, my friends, I got all my batter into my pans. So now I'm going to shake them. And I'm going to bang them to get the air bubbles out. Now we're ready to put them in the oven. We're going to bake them on the same temperature we toasted the pecans, 350 degrees. And we're going to let it bake for about 28 minutes. All right, I'll bring you back. Alrighty, my friends, I have taken my cakes out of the oven. And it smells incredible. See how nice and golden brown they are? So now I'm going to let them cool in the pan for 15 minutes. Alrighty, my friends, now it's time to flip the cakes. Gorgeous! Beautiful. So now we're going to let the cakes cool completely on the wire racks. And while they're cooling, let's get started on our luscious brown sugar cream cheese frosting. In my stand mixer with the paddle attachment, we're going to add in 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese and a half a cup, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter, and they're both at room temperature. And we're going to cream these on medium speed until they're fluffy. Alrighty, to our cream cheese and butter, we're going to add in a half a cup of packed light brown sugar. And again, we're going to cream this until it's well blended. Alrighty, my friends, next we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and a half a teaspoon of pure maple extract. Mix this all together. Alrighty, and last but not least, we're going to add in 1 16-ounce box, which is a pound of powdered sugar, and a pinch of salt, and I sipped them, or you can whisk them. Going to add a little bit in. And then I'm going to gradually add the rest. Alright, last is the powdered sugar. Continue mixing until it's well incorporated. Alrighty, my friends, our frosting is complete. See how nice and smooth that is? Perfect. And I forgot to mention, I add in about a tablespoon of evaporated milk. And our cakes is nice and cool. We're ready to give them some sugar. I have placed one of my cakes onto my cake stand and I lined it with wax paper. So now we're going to take some frosting, like so. Just going to spread it all over, like so. Alrighty, now we're going to add on our second layer. Add some frosting. And again, going to spread the top. And the bottoms. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and finish icing my cake and I'll bring you back. Alrighty, my friends, I'm through icing my cake. There's one more thing we got to add to it. Going to sprinkle on my toasted pecans. The other half a cup. Oh, I love the smell of toasted pecans. Alrighty, perfect. So now we're going to gently remove the wax paper, like so, and give us a nice clean plate. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? And there you have it, my friends. Southern butter pecan cake. Doesn't that look good? And look at the pecans on top. And we made it completely from scratch. So now I'm about to cut me up a slice and then we'll give it a taste. Alrighty, my friends, I have fixed me up a great big southern slice. Perfect cake and frosting ratio. Now it's time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that texture. You can tell it's super moist, it just breaks apart. Look at that. Have a bite. The pecans is crunchy. And the cake is buttery. And that brown sugar cream cheese frosting is divine. I'm in butter pecan heaven. This will definitely satisfy your guests at Thanksgiving. This cake is fantastic, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Butter pecan cake luscious. My friends, I want to thank all y'all for watching and joining me in my southern kitchen today. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to share this with your family and friends. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media, Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. Don't forget to hashtag Ellen's Homemade Delights, and to purchase a cookbook along with your picture, please send me an email, ellenshomemadedelights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes, and I'll see you next time. Let's eat, much love, and happy Thanksgiving.